Hello everyone, welcome to another video in our section Control Environment Agriculture Quick Facts. Today we're going to speak about microgreens. Microgreens are a high value product that right now is becoming really popular between farmers and also new growers. So today we're going to learn how to optimize light quality to improve quality on microgreens. Microgreens can be really easy to grow in comparison to other crops. And we know this product doesn't require a lot of light. However, when we select lamps, sometimes thinking about how easy is this product, sometimes we select just regular white LEDs, which are enough to make our product grow. However, we today are going to speak about the importance of having certain colors that will improve quality in microgreens. We know microgreens are a high value product and we know that the customer recognize the value in some characteristics as color, texture, flavor, and also nutrient content. So for this, light quality is really important. And of course, scientists are doing their work, doing research on how to optimize conditions to improve quality on microgreens. New research has exposed how the role of light quality in microgreens can affect some important characteristics, like for example, the hypocotyl length, which is really important in terms of quality for example, restaurants, nutrition content, color, texture. Remember, this is a high value product, so we need to think on how to maintain the product on the best conditions for the customers. So let's start speaking about pigmentation or color. We know, based on research, that LED light can modify the content of some substances that we know are important for color in plants, like chlorophyll or anthocyanins. So we know, for example, that by implementing light with a percentage of blue and red, we can increase chlorophyll in broccoli microgreens. This is one of the most popular microgreens. Also, on some microgreens that we know they can have like a red color, like for example, radish or beet, for example, we know that blue light can also enhance the content of anthocyanin, which is related to this red or purple color that we sometimes see on microgreens. Now, let's speak about a very important trait when we speak about microgreens. Nutrition can be really important for microgreens. Why? Because, as I mentioned, this product is important for restaurants, but it's also important for people that want to eat healthy, people that will pay a premium price for a product that will give them more nutrients. So we know, based on a survey that was done, that most of the people that buy microgreens for having them at home are really interested on the nutrient content of the microgreens, and we know that light can have an effect on the nutrient content of microgreens. Phenolic compounds can be really important for microgreens quality because phenolic compounds can be related to taste, color, aroma, and also can be related to human health. We know that phenolic compounds can be related to anti-inflammatory conditions or also antioxidant activity. And this trait, it's important to recognize, is higher usually in microgreens in comparison to sprouts. When we grow microgreens, people tend to sometimes confound this product with the sprouts. So, very important, if you are a microgreen grower, you can let your customers know that microgreens can have more phenolic compounds than sprouts. And this is because we expose them to light and other factors. So, based on research, we know that red light can increase phenolic content on microgreens. So, it's better to have a light that can include a little bit of red in comparison of having a light that is only white. Also, previous research has demonstrated that blue light can also increase flavonoid content on microgreens. And as we learn, We know that anthocyanin content can be related to blue light and also to UV light. We don't use UV light inside of indoor facilities most of the time, but it's good to know that also UV light with in natural conditions, for example, in a greenhouse, can improve the anthocyanin content. And if we are in a plant factory, we usually try to select a lamp that can provide a little of blue, so we can also try to improve the color and some of the nutrient conditions of our microgreens. Carotenoids are phenolic compounds that are very common, and I think most of the people already relate carotenoids to human health. We know that carotenoids can help preventing diseases like cancer, diabetes, and also a disease. And of course, we have research done that have proved that if we use light, including blue, red, and green, as the sole source of light or even as a supplemental light, we can have an increase in alpha carotene and also beta carotene on microgreens. So again, if you make a comparison between a white LED and an LED that can include a different amount of colors, in this case blue, red, and green, which green in this case is white when we have like a full spectrum lamp, then we can increase carotenoid too, which is one of the phenolic compounds that people can recognize the most. But what can we say about vitamins? Vitamins are really important for human health. I think most of the people is trying to incorporate vitamins through food or even through medicine in the diet. So of course, if we can improve the content of vitamins on microgreens, that will be something important for this high value product. So in this case, we know that vitamin C can be increased by using red light on microgreens. Vitamin C is one of the most important vitamins for human health, so therefore it's important to have a specific condition inside of a grow room to try to improve the content of this vitamin. If you select a lamp that has red, you can increase the content of vitamin C. Some of the results can have like some difference between different kind of microgreens, but at least in general, we can say that there will be a benefit by using a little of red light. Vitamin E can also be important for human health, and we know, based on research, that if we implement the use of full spectrum lamps, including green, blue, and red, we can optimize the content of vitamin C for some microgreens. As I mentioned, different results have been also demonstrated between different microgreens, but we know that the effect of LED light on vitamin E will depend on the light spectrum and intensity, but it will have an increase for most of them. So, how can we select a lamp that can provide the optimal light quality to our microgreens? How can we buy a lamp that we know the spectrum will help us to improve the quality in color, texture, nutrient content, and height? So, in this case, here we have the Arize Life 2 light from General Electric. In this case, we're presenting two different spectrum, the PKR and also PKB. So these are full spectrum lamps that include red, blue, and green. In this case, green is the white LED. So these two options are good for microgreens, but if you are growing microgreens that has color, for example, beet or radish, it's better to have a little bit more blue. Remember, blue will help you with anthocyanin content and with the color of this kind of microgreens. So if you are growing microgreens that are green and also with color, PKB will be really, really nice spectrum for your microgreens. PKR is also good, but if you are growing microgreens that has a little bit of color, it will be better to have PKB. So why we have more red than blue in here? Red light is the color that is more important for photosynthesis, so it's the color that will make your plant work the most, and also will keep the shape of microgreens. Microgreens needs to be long, right? And we know that blue light can make our plants compact, so that's why we have more red than blue in this case. But both colors are important for improving nutrient content, as we learned. And with that, you have reached the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed this information. If you have any questions, please leave your comment on the comment section and subscribe so you can keep learning about the controlled environment agriculture world. Remember, my name is Carlo Garcia, Hort Americas Technical Service. See you on the next video.